I'm Pat Mayo giving you my favorite bets for the big game on this upcoming Sunday from DraftKingsSportsbook.com. Now, if you know with me, I'm a losing better. So you might just want to play the opposite of these picks and you'll be good to go. But I do feel pretty good about the ones that I have it narrowed down to get some skin in the game this week on DraftKings Sportsbook. First up, Chiefs. Let's go Chiefs. My winning score was 42-17 for the Chiefs. Can't wait to be embarrassed by that prediction as of Sunday evening. That's what I'm going with. So I do like the Chiefs -3 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We want a long shot. Well, there are two of them here that we can throw in just as a mini plays to have some fun with the game, because if the score goes that way, that means that Kansas City has jumped up to a lead. Maybe Mahomes does the scoring, but maybe Williams does the scoring. Maybe there's an end around. Maybe there's a special teams touchdown. I'm not sure. But if that is what I'm predicting for the score, then I got to sort of play into that a little bit as it pertains to my picks on it. So if that means Tom Brady is dropping back to pass, I don't know, 42, 43, 50 times in this game. I do like the over on Brady pass attempts here because of the score. That means he's going to have to take some aggressive shots downfield. He can't just throw the ball out of bounds, take a sack, or just throw it into the ground and move on to the next play. He's going to have to get aggressive, and if he comes up a little bit noodle-armed, it could be pick city for the Kansas City Chiefs. So Rashad Breeland plus 575 anytime interception. He should be on Mike Evans in this game, and we might as well just sprinkle a little dose on Rashad Breeland, Super Bowl MVP. What is that going to take? Well, it's probably going to take 2 interceptions and returning one to the house for a touchdown. Fortunately, it's 150-1, so, if you hit it, it's going to be great news. So that would be the way that I'm trying to play it. I don't have a particular lean on, just because the Chiefs win doesn't mean Mahomes is going to win the MVP. Kelsey could have 3 touchdowns. Williams could rush in 3 touchdowns. Clyde Edwards-Helaire could rush in 3 touchdowns. That's not as big of a lock as people tend to think it is, that, oh, well, if the Chiefs win, of course that Patrick Mahomes is going to win MVP. Not so fast on that one. I'd still just rather take if you think that the Chiefs are going to win and that's why you're betting on Patrick Mahomes to be the MVP, it's basically the same juice to bet the -3. So just bet the -3, and then you don't have to worry about anyone else stealing Patrick Mahomes' Super Bowl MVP. You just have to bank on the Chiefs winning that game. The other ones that I'm looking at right now, second quarter lead change plus 175. I like that. I also like the over of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 6.5 in the second quarter. Both teams are prolific second quarter teams in terms of scoring. Don't know why, but they just are, and they've been even better during the playoffs than they were in the regular season. And even in the Super Bowl, we've seen even prolific offenses stumble out of the gate just a little bit. Over sacks in this game is looking really good, especially from the Bucs side, with the Chiefs obviously missing Eric Fisher, but missing 3 of their opening day starters on the offensive line, and a hobbled Mahomes just might have to sit there and eat a few sacks as we go along in this game. But even on both sides of the ball, over 4.5 sacks for the contest, I do like a lot. And one of my biggest ones, Ronald Jones over 8.5 rushing attempts. Is Ronald Jones good? Well, he hasn't been very good. Leonard Fournette's the one getting all the pub these days, but in games where, Ronald Jones actually plays, he's not just some scrub sitting on the sidelines because he's injured. You go back and look at his rushing attempts time over time, it's always over 8.5. Even the last 2 weeks in the playoffs. Didn't do anything with them, mind you, but that doesn't matter if we're just betting rushing attempts. I do think that the Bucs will try to establish the run early and often to keep Mahomes off the field, and you can run on the Kansas City Chiefs. You just have to, the one problem is, based on the score that I predicted this game, I'm hoping a lot of that comes late to try to tack on some extra points towards the end of the game. But if this game can stay within 10, the Bucs are going to continue to run the ball as much as they can, then run play action and take shots down the field off of that. So over 8.5 carries, rushing attempts for Ronald Jones. I like it a lot. He's at double digits the past 2 games in the playoffs, and he's been on the bad side of that split with Fournette. So I can see him hitting that over pretty early in this game if he's going to do it. I'm Pat Mayo. You can watch my full big game content over on Mayo Media Network's YouTube channel or on the Pat Mayo Experience audio feed. So go subscribe to that right now. Good luck this week. Enjoy the game.